go through digestion and absorption quickly. Any difficulties there, do let me know. Can you hear me? Is there any doubt? Hello, respond to me quickly. Do not waste the time. Is there any doubt? Okay. Next. Next, we'll be discussing about tracheal system. Okay. Okay. Let us draw this. Respiratory system.
Ma'am, the screen isn't visible.
Isn't visible? Okay. Can you see it now?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Welcome. Please draw this quickly. Done. Now, See, respiratory system. There is no. What's the blood of cockroach is called? Quickly tell me. Blood of cockroach. Hemolymph. Very good. Does this cockroach blood is a red in color? Does this cockroach blood is red in color? Yeah. Why it's colorless? Why it's colorless? Why it's colorless? Who can answer this quickly? Because presence of colorless plasma. No, because there is no hemoglobin that is present. Nelia, very good. Because of no hemoglobin, the blood of cockroach is colorless. Is it clear? And if there is no hemoglobin, there is no respiration that is happening because hemoglobin is involved in respiration, carrying a oxygen molecule. If there is no hemoglobin, how does the respiration happens? So write down blood or lymph. Oh, sorry, not lymph. Hemolymph. Hemolymph is colorless. Is a clear colorless plasma. It consists of cells called hemocytes. Hemocytes perform their function in transport of nutrients and removal of waste. They do not have hemoglobin, so they cannot perform the function of what? Cannot perform the function of uh, respiration. In concept. Now, what is the cavity of a cockroach called? Body cavity of a cockroach is called what? Who will answer this? Very nice, Hanuman. It is Hemo Cell. Hemo cell is a body cavity, right? And in this body cavity, what happened? What kind of circulatory system does they have? Closed or open? Closed or open? Very good. It's an open circulatory system. Can anybody quickly tell me what is open circulatory system? Very good. The blood flows in open spaces but not in vessels. Is it point clear? Very nice. Now, so hemocoel, you know about the hemocoel. It's a body cavity of cockroach. Now, since there is no breathing, now there should be a what? There should something that need to RBCs are not there to carry the oxygen. There's no pigment to carry. Hemoglobin is not there to carry the oxygen. So how does respiration occurs? Respiration happens by tracheal system. A very important question. Respiration happens by tracheal system. So respiration or respiratory system or tracheal system, respiratory system or tracheal system consists of spiracles plus trachea plus tracheoles. How many pairs of spiracles are present? Around 10 pairs of spiracles are present. How many? 10. 10 pairs of spiracles means openings are present on lateral side. On lateral side. How many? 10 pairs. I'll tell you what are tracheoles. See, in the diagram, you can see after the trachea, see this is a spiracle. This is a spiracle. Spiracle continue into trachea, long trachea. The long trachea further divides into tracheoles. Kinmin, I think it's Kinmin. Somebody's question was this, right? Yeah. So this is the tracheoles. Happen. A question will be among this, whether it is a trachea that is having a support or the tracheoles that is having a support. It's a trachea which is having a support of cuticle. Cuticle is absent in. Many times this question is asked and many of does this mistake. Trachea, ma'am, trachea, tracheoles, they really get confused. So the answer is trachea have a cuticle whereas tracheoles do not have a cuticle. Is it clear? Trachea has a cuticle, whereas tracheoles do not have a cuticle. Just a minute. Next. So this is about the spiracles. Now, how many spiracles? 10 pairs. So for example, you have, I'm sorry, network was lost, so I didn't. Okay, listen to me, Kate. I said spiracles are the openings. Okay, these are the spiracles. Then there is a trachea. The spiracles continue in the trachea. Then the trachea divides further into tracheoles. These are the tracheoles. So what are the difference? Tracheoles, the trachea branch out into many tracheoles, whereas trachea having a thickening of cuticle, In the tracheoles, there is no cuticle. Important question that you need to remember. Is it clear now? Next. Next. How many pairs? 10 pairs. How are they present? For if this is a body cavity, if this is a body cavity, okay, this is spiracle, this is trachea. This is spiracle, this is trachea. They're present on the lateral side. This is spiracle, this is trachea. This is spiracle, this is trachea. It keeps on continue like this. This is how and the branching takes place. So how many pairs? 10 pairs total. Among the 10 pairs, among the 10 pairs, 2 pairs in thorax and 8 pairs in abdomen. 2 pairs are present in thorax region and 8 pairs are present in abdomen region. Next. Spiracles are also called as stigmata. They are guarded by bristles or hair to keep out dirt. The opening of spiracles is also regulated by the opening of spiracles is also regulated by sphincters. Sphincters are the coverings of the spiracles. Sphincters are the covering of spiracle. Sphincters are the sphincters are the covering of spiracles. Clear? Next. Or the sphincters is also called as valve. This valve or sphincters are absent on first pair of thorax and abdomen. What does it say? If this is a head, if this is a thorax region, okay, then there is a body, right? So you have how many here? Here two, you have here two in the thorax region 2, and in the abdominal region you have 8, somewhere 8, right? So it says that first phase, first of thorax and the first of abdomen. This is of thorax. These first two are without covering. They do not have valve. Is it clear? Have you all written this? Have you all done writing, or do you want me to wait? Please tell me. Okay, next. When cockroach is resting, diffuse oxygen is reaching to the tissue. And when it is resting, trachea is filled with fluid. So diffuse oxygen is reaching. So when it is resting, trachea is filled with fluid. And next, when it is active, oxygen is directly reaching to the tissue. Here, trachea is filled with air when it is active. Please go and quickly revise about respiration quickly, and do let me know if you have any doubts. Hello, are you all there? Can you hear me?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Any doubts? It's all clear. Just revise quickly about cockroach. Next. Next is circulatory system. Okay, draw this. Please draw this quickly. Done? Okay. Next. Draw this. Yeah, Gauravi, 2 minutes. I'll show you the diagram. Let me finish this and then I'll show you. Okay. Next. Please write down. I'll explain you. I'll explain to you. Please write down. Is it done? Now listen. Okay, Gauravi, can you see the diagram you wanted to see? Okay, so now the body cavity is Hemo Cell and there is nothing. It's a cavity. That cavity has two diaphragm, that is a dorsal diaphragm and the ventral diaphragm. Dorsal diaphragm and ventral diaphragm. Dorsal diaphragm and ventral diaphragm. This dorsal diaphragm and the ventral diaphragm divides the body cavity into three. Which are those? One is pericardial sinus, other is perivisceral sinus, other is perineural sinus. Pericardial sinus where heart is located. Okay. Perivisceral where GI tract, gastrointestinal tract is located. And perineural where neuron is located. So this or nerve cord is located. Okay, so the cavity is divided into three by the help of two diaphragm, that is a dorsal and ventral diaphragm. This dorsal and ventral diaphragm have what? It has a medium, in the middle there is fenestrae or the pores. Is this part clear to all? Next, in the pericardial where heart is present, the heart of the cockroach is tubular. The heart of the cockroach is tubular, is a muscular tube. Write down. The heart, okay, I'll tell you right later. So the heart of the cockroach is muscular tube, and it is of 13 chamber. Remember how many? 13 chamber. And tell me, the heart of the cockroach is dorsal or on the ventral side? Who will answer this? The heart of the cockroach is dorsal or ventral side? Very good. It is on the dorsal side. Very nice. And how many chamber heart? Cockroach. How many? 13 chamber heart. Very good. So cockroach have 13 chamber heart. Now, the contraction of this heart is from the posterior to anterior. The blood is flowing from posterior to anterior. The contraction of the heart is from posterior to anterior. Is the point clear? Now, now listen. The blood is moving, the contraction is from posterior to anterior. So the blood is moving from posterior to anterior. As it moves, it gets into head sinuses. From the head sinuses, the blood can move into a perivisceral or into a perineural space also. As it moving into the perivisceral and the perineural, as it moves, because it has ostia, it has an opening. So it keeps on moving. And after that, it re-enter itself from the ostia into a pericardial sinus. Into pericardial sinus. Is it clear? So it can move from posterior to anterior, enter into head sinus. After that, it can move to perivisceral and perineural because it's just moving in all over the tissue. There is no blood vessels. And the later it also can enter into a pericardial space from the ostia. How is this contraction happening? The contraction is happening by the help of muscles called aliary muscles. I think you're not here. Are you able to see? I don't think so. No, you're not able to see. The reason is, I mean, that is, I think the screen is frozen. So let me re-log in. Okay, yeah. So what did I say? It's the aliary muscles. I hope you all can see the screen. The aliary muscles are responsible for the contraction of heart from the posterior to anterior. So this is the 13th chamber, this is the 12th, and this is 11th. Like that, you have how many chamber? Until 1. So 1 to 13 chamber heart. So the contraction is from backward, from the posterior to anterior. Now, there is a ostia, there is an opening between one chamber to other chamber, and that is called as ostia. Next. At the opening, there are valves. One is auricular valve, other is ventricular valve. Whenever the ventricle valve, listen, are you able to listen to me? Yes. At the whenever the ventricle valve open, whenever the ventricle valve open, the blood will flow from one heart to other. Are you understanding? When the ventricle valve is opening like this, the blood will move from one chamber to other chamber. But same way, if it is an opposite, sorry. If it is an opposite, like if this closes like this, when the ventricular valve closes, what happened? When the ventricle valve closes, the blood will flow from the pericardial into the ostia. That is what I have written here. If you read, when the ventricle valve open, it allows the blood to go from one chamber to another. And when the ventricle valve closed, the ostia is widened open, so the blood will flow from sinus to heart. Is it clear? The importance of the valve is to maintain the unidirectional flow of the blood. Please do let me know if any point which is not clear. You revise it. Revise the heart quickly. Everyone, revise the heart quickly. Is it done? Any difficulties in the circulatory system? We have covered all the important points from the MCQ point. Can we move to the next? Can we move to the next? Next. The people who have joined for this year, is it clear? Yes, the new students, is it clear? Mm-hmm. Okay, fine. Next. So have you done the excretion part? I think no, right? Next is excretion. Excretion. What is the main excreted product or in the cockroach? Who can answer this? Very good. It's a uric acid. Now, uric acids, hence they are called as uricotelic. These are uricotelic because they excrete uric acid. A very important. Very important question. Now next, what are the or different excretory organ? The main excretory organ, it's a malphizian tubule. Malphizian tubule is the main excretory organ. And where it is? It is present between, tell me the answer, where it is present? Present between, where the malphizian tubule present? Who can answer it quickly? It's present between midgut. Very good, Pearl. It's present between midgut and hindgut. At the junction of Lenina, very good, Merita. At the junction of midgut and hindgut. Important, okay? Each tubule is lined by glandular epithelium with the characteristic ciliated cells. With characteristic ciliated cells. Means their cells are brush border cells. So if this is a lining, they have a epithelial cells with a brush border. Okay, it's not smooth, it's a brush border epithelial cells. They absorb what do these epithelial cells do? They absorbs nitrogenous waste product and convert them to uric acid, which is excreted out through hindgut. Therefore, the cockroach is uricotelic. So, uric acid, that's the reason they are said to be uricotelic. Done? Any doubts? Further. Urate cells. What are these? These are the irregular bodies, yellowish in color. They keep collecting. They keep collecting uric acid. Once they are loaded, they get attached. They get attached to tergum. You know what is tergum now? They get attached to tergum, and during molting, it is lost. So urate cells, fat bodies, urate bodies are the yellowish bodies. They keep collecting what? They keep collecting uric acid. Once the uric acid is, once the cells are filled with the uric acid, they go and get attached to tergum, and during a molting, this is lost. Is it clear? Any doubts? Is it clear? Any doubts to anyone? So this is all about the main excretory organ is malphizian tubule. Any doubts for today's class? Okay. So next we need to discuss about nervous system. Nervous system will start in the next class. Okay. If you have any doubts, you can clear your doubts. Have you all done the revision for the tissue part? Yes. Have you all studied the notes or the tissue part, the first chapter? Structural tissues. Any doubts to anyone? Okay, fine. The new students, the question was, have you all done revising the tissue part? Yes or no? I told you to refer to NCRT book. So have you all revised the NCRT book clearly? Tissue part. Yes, very good. Okay. Do you, Hanuman, do you have any doubts? Only Hanuman has done. So he is replying to me. I don't know what about others. Syed Abdul Rahman is also done. Okay. Did you find any difficulties in reading the tissue part from the NCRT after referring the notebook? Hmm? Cannot hear anyone there. Neither I can see the messages. Yeah, they're just my question was, the new joiners, did you found it difficult to read the NCRT book for the chapter of structural the tissue organization? Okay. Any doubts for today's class? So see you all in the next class. If there are no doubts, see you all in the next class. Okay. Bye bye. Take care.